It is happening. Binta on the run. Justice Binta is on the run, of course, has hands up over the case of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. She has relinquished her position that Mata don't tire, don't tire Matthias, and he cannot continue or sustain the pressure, the intelligence, of course, the pedigree of the man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who, of course, knows his onions. He knows his fundamental right. He knows the law, of course, and they are at his fingertips. Abinka could not withstand, of course, the truth, because Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has vowed that with the instrumentality of truth is going to destroy Nigeria. That Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of whatever case or charges that have been alleged against him, as he maintained and argued his case intelligently and very logical. Even the debt Thomas will agree with him that he's innocent, and his submissions are well defined within, of course, the ambit of the law, within the context of the court proceedings. He told them that you find the charges against me, that a crime was committed in London jurisdiction, and you have no right to redaction me, which is a total blunder of international breach of people's fundamental rights. I've been a UK citizen, you rendition him for a crime he committed, allegedly committed in Britain. You have no right to try him in Nigeria. And of course, Nigerian government and judiciary has no answer to such question. I mean, this one is very strong and very big for them to contend with. Of course, he have left them with those words to continue to fight and rumble with. It's quite unfortunate. He have maintained his composure that no court has the jurisdiction within the Nigerian state to try him. And within the ambit of the law, of course, he's right. And of course, the position of determination by the Supreme Court, which is the highest appellate court within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence, have given a determination regarding the position that this man is innocent, and faulted the decision of the High Court that, of course, indicted or want to indict Mazim Nnamdi Kanu, that it is was done in error, and the impartiality of the judge who gave such statement should be questioned, because is playing hanky-panky over something that is very straightforward. Why should Mazim Nnamdi Kanu continue to be held behind the bars over 4 years after his extraordinary rendition? And you want to keep a man who is presumed innocent, who has not been indicted by any court of law within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence. Why should such a man be held bound? Why the Boko Harams are being pardoned and given state pardon? Who has murdered and killed and destroyed the non-government, the Fulani militias, and other unknown gunmen have been pardoned and forgiven, even integrated into Nigerian security architecture. But the man who was fighting for the injustice against his people, he was not fighting with guns, but deploying diplomatic means and engagement, but only ended up in DSS custody. What an error, what a hell, what a country. Nigeria, of course, by this development has lost its status as a state or a country that is not governed by law. What kind of country is that? A country that does not respect our own law, the appellate court of law within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence. Then, if you are not respecting or having regard for your own constitutional, of course, provisions and the law, what else can we describe such state or entity? You have lost your right. You are not a democratic state. Otherwise, you should not flout, of course, the court rules and the parties' oppositions, not even that of Supreme Court. It's quite laughable and very unfortunate. I mean, that has ridiculed the entire Nigerian legal jurisprudence. And even he reminded, of course, the so-called journalists that they don't know their work, they don't do their work. You don't study, of course, the outcome of determinations in court and ascertain the veracity of the position. Otherwise, the court would have educated the ignorance masses of the position of the Supreme Court over Mazin Nnamdi Kanu's matter, and the immediate unconditional release of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, he has made himself very clear he cannot continue under this incarceration just for standing in, demanding justice, good governance, and a well, of course, living standard for his own people. It is not a crime in any law. He have not been indicted of any crime within the Nigerian law or defined within the Nigerian law. So he's very accurate in the submission of very, of course, intelligent and smart to have unseated. He have won Nigeria in total. He have defeated Nigeria in their own court, just as he said. I'm going to defeat Nigeria in their court is a testament of the fact that the prophecy has been fulfilled today, that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu standing in defense of freedom, in defense of humanity, in defense of justice and equity, had defeated Nigeria in their own court, and Nigeria has no say. But what Binta, the judge, presiding over the case for barely 4 years, could do is to resign, step down for the champion, and that is what happened. Of course, you can't stand a man who, under, of course, justice, equity, and fairness, has proven himself otherwise to be innocent, and even no court have indicted him. Even the Supreme Court, the highest court in Nigeria, have affirmed his innocency, that he never jumped bail, and anyone who thought he jumped bail was an error, was illegal, and the impartiality of that judge who made that statement, in fact, should be jailed. That judge should be jailed. That is the definition or interpretation of the Supreme Court. That judge should be stripped of his certificate and returned back to the primary school to study law. That is just the position. How can you, the impartiality of the judge, presiding judge, that made such utterance or statement, I mean, against Madden should be questioned. You know what that means? For you that are legal practitioner, you should know there could not be better interpretation than this, that person is just a quack and should be dismissed. Of course, it becomes necessary. And that is just the position. Mazin Nnamdi have proven again to be the man to watch. Of course, the world will study him as a phenomenal personality, which even the legal bodies and judicial entities is not to study a man called Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. His dexterity, his eagerness, his boldness, and his audacity to defend justice, to defend his people, as he has rightly said, that IPOB has 4 cardinal points, and one of them is never to be afraid in the face of your enemies, and always say the truth. And with the instrumentality of the truth, is going to destroy Nigeria. He's going to destroy the injustice. He's going to destroy the suppression of his own Igbo people and the entire Biafrans in generality. And of course, humanity by extension. And he has stood in this and have confirmed, and today is a testament of the truth, that despite, of course, his incarceration, he has remained free to express his liberty, free to express and defend his legal and, of course, constitutional right. As a citizen of the world, he has proven otherwise, that he is innocent, and of course been affirmed by the Nigerian highest court of law, the Supreme Court. Who else can try him? Of course, as he have said, if he's been accused that he committed a crime in London, you cannot, under no circumstances, can you try a man who never committed any known crime within the Nigerian law, and of course within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence. What do you have to say regarding this development? It is exciting. It is great to hear that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has fulfilled his prophecy, that in Nigeria court, he is coming to destroy Nigeria in her own court. And today is a testament, is a prophecy fulfilled, and no one can deny the truth. Let me know what is your take in this development. It's becoming interesting. And of course, no power can continue to hold him back, because he is innocent and remains innocent until proven otherwise by any competent court of law, but not within Nigerian legal jurisprudence. They have lost the right as a result of his extraordinary rendition. They should rather apologize and compensate him. And if he decides, of course, not to sue them for damages, well, it's left for him. But of course, will be advised by his legal, of course, experts and the team. Thank you once again for watching. This is Callway TV. Chigozie Ndigbo reporting.